what you're about to do is write your essay. I'm going to show y'all the peel method. We talked about that yesterday with, what was it called? Races? Race and soda. Okay, this builds on this, except this is for high school. And see, this ain't swiveling again. This thing makes me upset when it doesn't do that. Okay, so y'all are going to learn about the peel method of writing. And this is not swiveling for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure why. But that's alright. Okay. Let me see if I can make this full screen. Maybe not. Okay, the peel method. And like I said, y'all take notes. This is going, and if anybody needs to move up, I got a free seat over there. Carly, you can move your desk over. If you can't see, you can move yours over, because if I'm in your way, I'm sorry. Okay. The P stands for make your point. That's the whole thing about writing an essay is making a point. See if I can get rid of the clipboard, y'all. Oop, I'll do that. This is as far down as I can go. Like I said, you do not have to write everything word for word when you take your notes. Making the point is going to be one of the most important things you do. And that, when you write your essay, your topic sentence is what is going to begin your paper. Let's see, make your point. Okay. And I don't know if y'all been taught before, but you don't just have one topic sentence. Okay, your topic sentence is for each paragraph that you write. Okay. It's going to be the first sentence of each paragraph. Okay. Now, I see most people are taking notes and some people are not. This will not be on Google Classroom. This is the only time you will see this. Okay? That fire going on. What is that? Yeah, I was sitting here going, it sounded like water was dripping or something. And I can't get rid of it unless I get rid of this. Okay? The first sentence of the paragraph should be connected to everything else in the paragraph, but keep it short. Short and to the point. Okay. Are we ready to do that? I'm about to sweat to death, but bless you. Okay, everybody got your notes? Like I said, you don't have to write this word for word. Write it down in a way that makes sense to you, that you remember. I mean, if you want to write it down word for word, be my guest, but any questions about P? No questions about P. Alright, so next one would be the first E. I missed the spot. Which is evidence. Now, I told you yesterday when we went over the rubric about citing your evidence. And who is that? Gaines?
I thought we were supposed to.
Well, point was first.
I know,
Point was
it's
the
not
P.
you.
This is the first E in PEAL, and it stands for evidence.
I thought we spelled that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Is there a certain amount of evidence you're gonna need for
No.
it?
There's no minimum amount and there's no maximum amount. Whatever you use, anytime that you do use something out of the book, that's when you provide the evidence to back it if you're quoting it word for word. Some of the things you can do, of course, you can write your sentence and then you can put gains and whatever page number, okay, and then close it. If you're paraphrasing, you can put in a lesson before dying. I'm sorry, y'all. I misspelled before, didn't I? Gains.
Is it text states or something?
States. And then you can paraphrase it. But you still have to give credit where, even if you paraphrase, you have to give credit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? If not, that would be called copyright infringement.
Playthrough.
And plagiarism, yeah. And that's a big no-no. Okay?
What was that before you?
What I just erased?
In a lesson before nine.
Gain states. It was just an example of if you paraphrase,
How you could
how you
start it.
could, that's just one of the ways you could paraphrase. If you don't wanna, write word for word, but you still have to give credit.
I got a question. Like, if we're paraphrasing, could we put, like, for example, in a lesson before nine, it stated something like, or was that gonna be?
Yeah, you could, but just make sure that you put the name of the book or the author or something when you paraphrase it, because you've got to show credit. You have to give credit, okay? If it's not your own idea, you have to give credit where credit's due.
So that'd be like the right grammar then?
Oh, well, I'll check that one on your rough draft. That's why you're gonna write your, you weren't here yesterday, rough drafts are to be handwritten, not typed.
I know.
Okay, and, I'll check that and let you know. Huh?
We start today on
The rough draft, no, you do not start that today. You got some brainstorming and a thesis statement to write after this. And I will help you with your thesis statement. The second E is explain. This is gonna be the largest part of your paragraph. This is when you talk about what you're supposed to talk about. In each paragraph. And this is where it involves interpreting, evaluating, additional details. This is explain is the main body of your essay. Yeah. You provide the evidence and you explain, and your explanation is going to include claims and any evidence supporting the claims you make. Yes.
What is some things you can use to lead off from the textual evidence to explaining?
Well, the evidence doesn't come first. What you're going to do is you're going to be writing your paragraph, and when you want to make a claim, I don't know, about Jefferson becoming more human or whichever, and you quote something in the book and you put your evidence, it goes hand in hand in here in the explanation. They just have evidence first as the first E. But yeah, it all goes together so that, I mean, you're gonna have your claim before you have your evidence.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it goes that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because, see, it says include the verdict or claim being made, which you clearly state a supposition based on the evidence provided, so. Your evidence is actually the quote that you make, and then you support that evidence with a citation. Yes?
So it's like your explanation after your evidence to, like, say how it relates back to your claim.
Yeah, I mean, you can, you'll write your claim, okay? And when you're writing, you gotta back up your claim. Kind of like backing up your opinion or, with facts or whatever. What I showed you, the citation, that's not evidence. That is giving credit to the evidence that you quote or paraphrase out of the book. And your quote or what you paraphrase, that's the evidence that's going to back up your claim. Okay, so anything out of the book or anything else y'all have read and you use a quote or whatever out of that is the evidence that will support what you're saying. Okay? You understand? You
So
got-
that's the explanation sentence after your quotes, basically.
yeah, well, no. Your explanation
That's what
is
I
first.
It's like if you write.
What you're going to do is you're going to read, a certain part of the book. Say you're using a certain part of the book, okay? Like when Jefferson first went to jail or something. And you talk about that for a little bit and you say, like it says in A Lesson Before Dying, then you do your quote and cite it. Okay, so the book is, whatever you quote out of the book is going to back up what you have to say. Okay, so the book is evidence. What you're telling me before using, that's the explanation. Okay, like I said, the first E is evidence, and then explain. You can do it that way too. Okay, you could quote something out of the book and then explain it. But you're analyzing A Lesson Before Dying.
What did the P stand for? I didn't.
Point,
Point.
make your point. That fireplace noise is still. Okay, everybody done with the evidence part? You got your notes? Okay, link. The L stands for link. And you want, like you have a topic sentence at the beginning, after your introductory paragraph and other paragraphs. You need a linking sentence at the end. The linking sentence at the end of your paragraph is going to make way for the next paragraph. So you're linking everything together. It's not choppy. You're not bouncing from one subject to the other. You're linking them together at the end of your paragraph. And you're also allowing for, like I said, you're pretty much concluding the first paragraph and then starting the next one. Yes?
I was going, yeah, like you just said about the conclusion.
Yeah, you pretty much, like I said, it links to what you just wrote, and it's going to link it to the next paragraph as well, so it flows easy, it reads easy, and you can either write it at the end of the paragraph, or it could be the first sentence of the next paragraph.
So it's like a transition.
Yeah, it's a transition from one paragraph to the next. So, like I said, so it's not choppy. It reads clearly, and if myself or somebody else is reading it, it just flows into the next paragraph without me looking at it going, huh? Kind of thing. And then writing in red, link them together, because I will if I have. And once again, for those of you who were not here yesterday, your rough draft is not graded. And I'll show that at the end as well. Rough draft is not graded, but you get 10 points for doing it. Any other questions on the linking sentence? Yes.
Scoot on to the other side.
Yes, I can scoot on to the other side so you can see. Yeah. Like it says, it needs to provide unity and coherence. I think this thing died. Really? It's not working.
You want me to place it right here?
Oh, wait, turn it. That doesn't mean anything to us. That's okay. Okay, everybody understands the linking sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's got their notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Alicia and Miranda are still ready. Okay, next. Alright. We went over some of this yesterday. Before you write your essay, this is what, now, this you do need to write an exact word for word. So you have it. There's points to consider before you write your essay. Write in the present tense. Okay. Y'all don't take notes. It's on you. And I'm also going to tell y'all, just like I said yesterday, if you don't take notes and everything, that's why I haven't had anybody make 100 on these essays yet. Okay. Always write, it says the third person, and since you're analyzing, third person's fine. Okay. And absolutely do not write contractions or abbreviations unless they're in the quote. Now, I do realize if you use the dialogue like we went over yesterday, the way they talk, it's fine. If you have to abbreviate it or contractions, that's fine. But don't write it on your own. Only if it's in a quotation. Okay? And hopefully, if you do, by accident, write in a contraction or an abbreviation when you're not supposed to, that is what my little red pen is for the rough drafts. And if you see write out, that means write it out. Okay? These are absolutes. This has only taken 19 minutes so far. Now get this finished and I shall be right back. Gotta get something out of mine. Thank you. Has everybody got this yet?
Yes, ma'am.
Not yet? Okay. You got it? Okay, like I said, you could have moved up. That would have been fun. Yeah, I told you that. Wait, please stop. I don't know who's doing that, but please stop. Unnecessary.
Attractions like, ain't like.
Don't, can't, won't,
Yeah, with the, Yeah,
apostrophe.
posture. I couldn't make
Yeah.
it. It was on my tongue. I know what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we went over that in grammar. Okay. More points to consider. Do not retell the story. Respond to the question verb, which in y'all's case is analyze. You will be analyzing. And, y'all have the culminating task tool with the prompt. Use linking words and you can do this. However, in addition, considering, in contrast, etc., you can use those. If you do use these, make sure you punctuate properly, please. And single syllable numbers, write them out. 1 through 6, 8 through 10, write them out. 0 and 7 you do not have to write out. But like I said, 1 through 6 and 8 through 10, write them out. Yes,
Why 7?
because it's not a one syllable number. 0 and 7 are 2 syllables. You write out single syllable numbers. Okay. That's a have to. Some people, I don't know what's so funny, but knock it off. Some people will write out the other numbers as well, but this is a have to. You have to write single syllable numbers out. Like I said, if somebody needs me to repeat the numbers, 1 through 6, 8 through 10. I don't know if you'll run into numbers in your writing, but if you do, that's the rule. Okay. I need to move this just a little. Madison, are you done writing? Okay, can you look in that top drawer of that little white thing on my desk and bring that black dry erase marker to me, please? That right there. The top drawer's open. The black one. And if you don't mind, walk up this way, please. No student faces. Thank you. Y'all will be able to see better if I write in black. Any questions about these? Any questions about any of it so far that we have not covered already?
Can we write out 0 and 7 too? That's okay though, right?
Yeah, you can use the number 0 or 7, just numerically, because they are double digits, like 23 or 24. But the single digit numbers you always write out. They're not long. The longest one would be what, 8. Which one are you on, Calvin? This one down here?
Yeah.
About the numbers? Okay. 1 through 6, and 8 through 10. Yes, sir.
I get that you gave the list, but like 100's a single syllable number. But that's just.
No, it's not.
100.
100. That would be 3. Alright. Okay, later, after y'all get finished with this, y'all will be doing brainstorm, and there is a section in your culminating task tool where it gives you room to brainstorm. We'll do that here shortly. Okay, range of examples to support your claims. We already went over that. You have to give credit where credit's due, or it's plagiarism. Okay? Decide on your key points. How are you going to discuss the topic? Are you going to focus on the characters, or are you going to focus on key events? Okay, your choice. But whatever you do, if you choose characters, analyze the characters, go by the questions on your culminating task tool. You do have to address those questions. But how you do it is up to you. Keep referring to your topic statement so that you do not get off the topic. Y'all will be given a class period to write your rough draft, so that's an hour and a half. So you can sit there, you can think about it. Like I said, Calvin and some of the rest of you that were not here yesterday, you will not write your rough draft at home. It will be done in class. Okay? That's just key points. Okay, now, well, you write it. Your introduction. Y'all know your introduction. Please pay attention and take notes. Okay? Your introduction, that's going to be your first paragraph. Y'all should know this by now. Your introductory paragraph, you're going to make a broad statement introducing your topic.